Hello, 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 my lovely people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jen. If this is the first time that you are seeing me, thank you so much for stopping by. My return subscribers, thank you. Thank you, I love you all. So, Burkina Faso President Abraham has done it again. What did he do? I'm glad you asked. So, Abraham figured out that a lot of the citizens, I think they call them Burkina Bay. I love that name. So that people in the government or people on top are eating so much money, are paying themselves so much, just like Nigerian senators stays in the office and give themselves money, vote on it and pass it and give themselves. So now Abraham is about to start reducing everybody's money so that everybody will get Burkina Faso's country, their people, and make sure that the people get something. That some people are getting so much money. So he's warning them ahead to let them know that, hey, you guys are going to be getting a pay cut. You guys, your money will be reduced so that others can get some. You guys hear how he said it. And you ask me why I'm in love with this man. Just ask me, tell me if your president can do this. Tell me which Senate will pass that their money that they are eating will be reduced. Tell me. Just watch how this man said it. And if you are not in love with him, please join the line, because so far I have two people, only two. Oh God, me and another person that two of us are sharing him. That love this guy. Oh my God. If you love this man, please put it in comment section and tell me that you are in love with Abraham and all the things that he is putting up for his people. Kudos to the Burkina Faso people. Kudos to every one of you for having a man like him that cares. For having a man like him that knows so much with his little age of 35 years. He just turned 35. His little age, he knows more than all these puppet presidents that he's calling to come and join him so that they can bring Africa out from the hands of the people that are holding it. So please watch and share the video. And if the people that are making all this money that he is about to reduce don't like it, then they can just get out of the government, get out, so that other people that are willing to come and share with others can join the government. From me to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
President of the Burkina transition, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, expressed his concern over the issue of exorbitant salaries being paid to certain civil servants and executives in the country. He strongly denounced this practice and emphasized that such a situation cannot be tolerated. In his statement, he pointed out that it is unfair for some individuals to earn millions of salaries per month, while others in the same society struggle to even afford basic necessities such as clean drinking water. In the video, Captain Ibrahim Traoré firmly expressed his opinion on the issue of wages. He stated that it's not a decrease in wages that's required, but a correction, and there's a need to balance everything out. In his view, each society decides its own way of remunerating, and it's not acceptable. He emphasized that everything needs to be based on a principle, and it's time to correct the imbalances. Captain Traoré believes that some employees may see a decrease in their wages, but it's for the greater good, and the masses need to understand that. He emphasized the need for contribution to the state, noting that everyone needs to do their part to help. Captain Traoré firmly believes that the state cannot have millions of salaries, while others struggle to have basic needs like drinking water. He believes that balancing things out is necessary to serve those in the villages who have basic needs. Captain Traoré emphasized that everyone needs to understand that there are many challenges in Burkina Faso, but it's necessary to build roads and provide drinking water to those in need. He believes that the state needs to balance things out to ensure that everyone has access to the necessities of life. Please allow me to share a brief video clip featuring Captain Ibrahim Traoré discussing the subject matter. Although the speech is in French, I will provide a translation to ensure better comprehension.
Salaire Not a decrease in wages, but a correction. For some, it might be a decrease. For others, it might be an increase. For others, it will remain stable. But I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't want to create problems. But the way it happens is not good. First of all, it's too disparate. Each society functions in its own way. Whether it's the wage grid or the board of directors, each one decides how to remunerate. It's not good. We have to balance everything and have a principle. That's what we're trying to do. In principle, maybe some will see their wages go down, but it's for the masses to understand.
Mr. President, you say that the structures are not the same.
Yes, the structures are not the same, but we have state societies, so everything has to contribute to the state so that it can have something. Because what is the state? Wherever we go, people ask for roads. How do we do it? We have to build them. We have to build them. People don't have drinking water. We have to make enough money. There are so many challenges in Burkina Faso, but we have to use it. We can't have millions per month of salary while others drink water from a tap. No, we have to balance so that we can serve those in the villages who have basic needs and the people who will excuse us. That's how it is. We have to balance a little.
So Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a 34-year-old military officer, has become known for his unconventional decisions. A few months ago, he made headlines when he renounced his salary as the head of state in Burkina Faso's transitional government. Instead of relying on his presidential salary, he preferred to live on his income as a captain in the army. This decision was announced by Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo, the government spokesman, at the end of the Council of Ministers. Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo, a spokesperson for the Burkinabe transitional government, announced that the president of the transition, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, made a remarkable decision to continue receiving his captain's salary. This decision, according to Ouedraogo, is an exemplary act that demonstrates the spirit of sacrifice and selflessness that is needed in these trying times in the country. This gesture by the president shows his commitment to leading by example and his willingness to make personal sacrifices for the good of the country. It is a noble act that deserves recognition and appreciation from all Burkinabe citizens. This event is not the first time that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has made such a decision. He has previously displayed a devotion to serving his country, which he demonstrated by refusing to accept a higher rank in the army in order to focus on his role as a public servant. He has also been known to visit hospitals and orphanages in his free time, showing a dedication to the welfare of his fellow citizens. Captain Traoré's actions have been praised by many as a sign of his integrity and commitment to serving his country. His decision to renounce his presidential salary has been seen as a way to set an example for other politicians to follow and to show that leadership is not about personal gain, but about serving the people. The executive has also issued the repeal of a decree issued in April 2022 by Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. The decree pertained to an increase in the salaries of the president and members of the government. Damiba had raised the salaries of government members to such an extent that one minister was receiving more than 2 million FCFA in salary. The recently repealed decree reestablished the 2008 decree, which had set the remuneration of ministers between 155,000 FCFA and 205,000 FCFA. In addition to this decision, the ministers have decided to follow in Traoré's footsteps and donate 50% of their salaries to the National Solidarity Fund. This fund was established to provide support to people in difficulty, especially those who have been displaced by terrorism. This act of generosity and solidarity on the part of the ministers is commendable and is a clear indication of their commitment to the welfare of the people of the country. In addition to this, Traoré has implemented a range of measures to boost economic growth and support entrepreneurship. One of his most notable achievements is the introduction of historic tax cuts, which have helped to stimulate investment and create jobs. In addition to this, he is working closely with the private sector to provide young entrepreneurs with access to capital so that they can start and grow their own businesses. Another example of Traoré's ingenuity is the concept of popular shareholding. This involves the privatization of government holdings and projects. which allows the public to invest in their country and share in its success. As part of this initiative, Traoré put up 20% of the government's phone company for sale to the public. The sale was a great success, generating $60 million for the government, which was then used to fund critical projects. Overall, Traoré's commitment to economic growth and entrepreneurship is helping to create a more prosperous future for his country. His focus on innovation and collaboration with the private sector is creating new opportunities and driving progress across a range of sectors. Ibrahim also surprised many by making a bold statement. He declared that he would defend his people's right to protest, even if it meant protesting against his own actions. As a servant of the people, Ibrahim believes that it is his responsibility to protect their rights and ensure that their voices are heard. Ibrahim's consistent statements about his commitment to safeguarding the country's future have been a breath of fresh air in a continent where leaders often view themselves as kings and the people as their subjects. He frequently emphasizes that he and his comrades have been entrusted with a mission to create a better future for their country and its citizens. These statements have resonated with many people who are tired of the corruption and self-interest that often plague political leaders. Ibrahim's willingness to put the needs of his people first, even if it means challenging his own actions, is a powerful example of true leadership. His dedication to serving the people has earned him the respect of many, and his words continue to inspire hope for a brighter future. Burkina Faso is currently locked in a territorial war with Islamic insurgents. This was the primary reason for the coup that took place. The country's military was decimated by al-Qaeda-backed terrorists. But with Traoré now in power, many young people have joined the ranks to safeguard their country. Traoré boldly partnered with Russia for security assistance when Western nations, including the now corrupt United States, stood against progress. It is no surprise that globalists want to maintain the status quo of the poor remaining poor. But Traoré will not stand for it. In terms of his political ideology, Ibrahim Traoré is a practical solutionist. He will not tolerate inefficiencies that hold his country back. For instance, despite being one of the world's largest suppliers of gold, Burkina Faso lacked its own refinery, forcing miners to export raw ore to European countries. But now he has commissioned the building of a gold refinery that will create jobs and bring wealth to the country. Traoré is a man who pays attention to the details. He is not satisfied with Burkina Faso exporting tomatoes to the world while still importing tomato paste from other countries. He has deemed this unacceptable and, as a result, commissioned the construction of a tomato processing plant that will create jobs, maintain food security, and produce many food products. Moreover, Traoré has already begun the construction of a world-class health facility worth $80 million. He has partnered with the private sector for all these projects because he knows that the government is inherently inefficient. Traoré is a man of action.